right, so in 2019, there was this accident in Massachusetts that tragically claimed the lives of 7 motorcyclists. It was involving a commercial truck driver. The commercial truck driver supposedly took drugs on the day of the crash. Now, was he impaired when the crash took place? I don't know. I didn't get clarification on that. But according to the article I read, I think the prosecution said that this person took drugs on the day of the accident. Now, his trial just came up recently, and yesterday he was found not guilty on all of the charges against him. I think he had 7 charges against him, and he was found not guilty on all of those charges. He was charged with reckless conduct, homicide or negligent homicide, and I think manslaughter. Not guilty on all of those charges, although 7 people were killed, right? Now, according to this article I read, the person that was driving the commercial truck, he said that he was responsible for the accident when it happened. And, of course, they said that he took drugs on that day. But when they got to trial, what the defense said is that, no, the driver was not responsible for this accident. The motorcyclist, the lead motorcyclist, was responsible because he was drunk. And he lost control over his motorcycle because he wasn't looking when he was driving, and he crossed the center lane and he hit the truck, causing the accident that killed those 7 individuals. So that driver was found guilty, or excuse me, not guilty because of that. What do you think about that? Do you think that just because a person may have taken drugs or may have drank alcohol on the day that an accident occurred, do you think that that person is automatically guilty? They automatically have some responsibility if an accident occurs and someone dies? Or would you be the person that's more inclined to say, let's take a look at the facts, let's look at all of the evidence, let's find out exactly what happened and who caused the accident? Not based on whether the person is drinking alcohol or not drinking alcohol. Let's find out who caused the accident first. And if the person is drinking alcohol or they are under the influence of drugs, but they didn't cause the accident, do you think they should be held accountable for anything? Or would you say that person should not be held accountable for anything if an accident occurred, but they didn't cause that accident? In this case, it was found that the person that caused the accident was the motorcyclist. So they found the truck driver not guilty on all of those charges. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. I have some mixed emotions about that, some mixed feelings. How I kind of see it is, if a person is impaired, if he's driving, and he does nothing to cause an accident, I don't think he should be held accountable for whatever happens because he didn't cause the accident. I don't know all of the particulars in this case. I understand that. I do know 7 people tragically lost their lives, right? But I wouldn't be on board, I don't think, at this time thinking about it, I don't think I would be on board with convicting someone of killing someone if they didn't actually cause the accident to happen. If in fact it was how the defense described it, if in fact the lead driver of the motorcycle group crossed the line and hit the truck, well, after he hits the trucker has no control of what happens. So even if he had been drinking, even if he had been taking drugs on that day, I just can't see how you hold him accountable if you find for certain he didn't cause the accident. If you find that the cause of the accident was actually by that motorcyclist, and by the way, according to the defense in this case, in the article that I just read, he is drunk. That person that was driving the lead motorcycle was drunk. He had a blood alcohol level of whatever it was, I'm not sure. I didn't see that in the article, but they did say that he was drunk. So when that kind of stuff happens, how do you think it should play out. Let me know your thoughts. I just would like to know what other people think about that. The one thing is for certain, there was an accident and somebody caused that accident and 7 people lost their lives. And where do you put the responsibility? When you hear what happened, when you hear what I just shared with you, and maybe you are already aware of some of the things that went on with it, how do you look at that and how do you think it should play out in the court of law? And I know some people would say or feel like, especially if you've been affected by it yourself, or you just have a certain feeling about people driving after they've had alcohol or after they've been under influence of drugs, I'm sure you might say something along the lines of, if he had not been in the truck, there would not have been an accident with the truck. Yeah, it may not have been an accident with the truck because the trucker wasn't on the road, so that would pull him out of an accident. But if a motorcycle crossed the line, then it was just a matter of who he hit, right? It was a matter of who he hit to cause the accident. Maybe if it wasn't a truck, it may have been another truck, it may have been a car, whatever it may have been. But I just don't think that you can put the responsibility on the truck driver or anybody in this case if they didn't cause the accident. Just my thoughts. Certainly would like to know what you think in the comment section. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope that you have a great day today. Keep in mind, anything can happen at any time. Protect yourself at all times. Make sure that you're doing the right thing as often as you possibly can, because it only takes a second for life to turn on its head. And, things can really be changed in an instant. Your life can be changed in an instant. So just try and stay on top of things in this life, man. Try your best to keep your eye on the ball, so to speak. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you at the very top, because the bottom is much too crowded.